Incoterms 2020, page 2. 7. The Incoterms rules do not deal with the following matters: whether there is a contract of sale at all, the specifications of the goods sold, the time, place, method, or currency of payment of the price, the remedies which can be sought for breach of the contract of sale, most consequence of delay and other breach in the performance of contractual obligations, the effect of sanctions, the impositions of tariffs, export or import prohibitions, force majeure or hardship, intellectual property rights, or the method, venue, or law of dispute resolutions in case of such breach. Perhaps most importantly, it must be stressed that the Incoterms rules do not deal with the transfer of property, title, ownership of the goods sold. 8. These are matters for which the parties need to make specific provisions in their contract of sale. Failure to do so is likely to cause problems later if disputes arise about performance and breach. In essence, the Incoterms 2020 rules are not themselves a contract of sale. They only become part of that contract when they are incorporated into a contract which already exists. Neither do the Incoterms rules provide the law applicable to the contracts. There may be legal regimes which apply to the contract, whether international, like the Conventions on the International Sale of Goods, or CISG, or domestic mandatory law relating, for example, to health and safety or the environment. How best to incorporate the Incoterms rules? 9. If parties want the Incoterms 2020 rules to apply to their contract, the simplest way to ensure this is to make that intention clear in their contract through words such as the chosen Incoterm rules, name, port, place or point, Incoterms 2020. 10. Thus, for example, CIF's Shanghai Incoterms 2020 or DAP number 123 ABC Street, Import and Importland, Incoterms 2020. 11. Leaving the year out could cause problems that may be difficult to resolve. The parties, a judge or an arbitrator, need to be able to determine which portions of the Incoterms rules applies to the contract. 12. The place named next to the chosen Incoterms rule is even more important. In all Incoterms rules except the C rules, the name place indicates where the goods are delivered, i.e., where is transferred from seller to buyer. In the G rules, the name place is the place of delivery and also the place of destinations, and the seller must organize carriage to that point. In the C rules, the name place indicates the destinations to which the seller must organize and pay for the carriage of the goods, which is not, however, the place or port of delivery. 13. Thus, an FOB sale raising doubt about the port of shipment leaves both parties uncertain as to where the buyer must present the ship to the seller for the shipment and the transport of the goods, and as to where the seller must deliver the goods on board so as to transfer risk in the goods from seller to buyer. Again, a CPD contract with an unclear name destination will leave both parties in doubt as to the point to which the seller must contract and pay for the transport of the goods. 14. It is best to avoid these types of issues by being as geographically specific as possible in naming the port, place or point, as the case may be in the chosen Incoterms rule. 15. When incorporating a particular Incoterms 2020 rule into a sale contract, it is not necessary to use the trademark symbol. For further guidance on trademark and copyright, please refer to http://incoterms.org/Incoterms-copyright. Delivery, risk, and cost in the Incoterms 2020 rules. A nameplate or port attached to the three letters, e.g., CIP Las Vegas or CIF Los Angeles, then is critical in the workings of the Incoterms 2020 rules, depending on which Incoterms 2020 rule is chosen. That place will identify either the place or port at which the goods are considered to have been delivered by the seller to the buyer. The place of delivery or the place or port to which the seller must organize the carriage of the goods, i.e., their destination, or in the case of the D rules, both.